The Harvest.
Welcome, Africa FM listeners. Algeria celebrates today the 63rd anniversary of its admission to the United Nations since raising its flag in New York in 1962. Algerian diplomacy has remained committed to defending just causes and opposing colonialism under President Abdelmajid Tebboune. Algeria plays an active role at the UN Security Council, advocating for the Palestinian and Sahrawi causes and calling for African-led solutions and fair reform of the Council. Chadian President Mohamed Idriss Déby Itno has promulgated the new constitution following approval by both the Parliament and the Senate of the Joint Committee's report revising the December 29, 2023 constitution. Algeria and Tunisia have signed an intra-governmental agreement to strengthen cooperation in the field of defense. Somalia's Chief of Defense Forces has begun a 6-day visit to Rwanda to discuss strengthening military cooperation and expanding partnership with Rwanda defense officials. In Morocco, young protesters launched a broad boycott of products linked to billionaire and Prime Minister Aziz Akhanouch. The campaign denounced what they call a dirty money clique accused of using liberalism for personal gain. In Madagascar, President André Rajoelina has called for a national dialogue on Wednesday with youth and community leaders to address the ongoing crisis as protests continue in the capital. In economy, and back to Algeria, where we continue our special coverage of NAPEC 2025, the North Africa Petroleum Exhibition and Conference now wrapping up its third and final day. After a busy week of discussions, networking and major announcements shaping the energy landscape in the region, our correspondent Emmanuel has been following it since day one, joining us now live from Oran. So Iman, what have been the standout moments from days 2 and 3 of the conference?
Well, Amira, it's the final day here at NAPEC 2025 and the pace hasn't slowed down one bit. The exhibition halls are still buzzing. It's really a last opportunity for the companies to seal partnerships, explore cooperation prospects, and strengthen regional ties. Day 2 was especially dynamic with major players like Eni, Sonatrach, Occidental Petroleum, and other holding back-to-back meetings to discuss investment opportunities across North Africa, and it wasn't all business. The most important highlight of yesterday was Petrominas, as it added a cultural flair to the day, hosting a series of traditional performances and events that drew strong participation from attendees. Now on day 3, we're seeing that energy translate into tangible agreements. Several deals and memoranda of understanding have been announced, including the Saudi agreements between Al-Naft and Petrogas EMP LLC from Oman, one of the most notable partnerships finalized today.
It sounds like the conference has been both busy and productive. What is the overall takeaway as NAPEC 2025 wraps up, Iman?
Okay, the key takeaway, Amira, is that NAPEC remains a critical platform for connecting the energy industry in North Africa. Over these 3 days, companies have not only shared technologies and expertise, but they also laid the groundwork for future exploration, development, and energy transition projects. And as delegates prepare to leave Oran, there is a clear sense that the discussions and connections made here this week will continue to shape regional cooperation well beyond this conference. Yes, thank you, Amira. And now back to you to the studio.
Thank you, Iman, for all these details. In Sports World Cup 2026 qualifiers, Africa Zone, the penultimate round of African qualifiers for the 2026 FIFA World Cup kicks off with 12 matches on the schedule. Group D, Cape Verde versus Libya, Cameroon will face Mauritius. Group I, Egypt versus Djibouti, while Sierra Leone meets Burkina Faso. Group E, Tanzania will face Zambia, and Group I, Ghana leading the group will face Central African Republic as Madagascar takes on Comoros and Mali faces Chad.